Good day, North Hills Church family and friends. Have been thinking about you all and just wondering how each of you are doing in your own lives. It's been quite great to connect in a bit of a different way with some of you over the phone, over Zoom, bumping into each other in the shops. And I think when you do and just see each other like that, it's it's such a joy, and we realize what a blessing it is when we can connect and be together, and what a joy it actually is to be part of fellowship with God. I think each of you may be in different places at this time within yourselves, just in how you're feeling about us as the church not being able to meet. I think we all would perhaps look around and see other churches starting to gather and meet under the allowed regulations. And I think for some we may respond perhaps being slightly anxious and nervous and not comfortable in gathering, and for others of us, we may be feeling a bit frustrated and just ready to go and wanting to get going again. For us as elders, we've obviously really been considering these things and weighing them up a lot. And one big consideration is obviously that we are not able to use the school hall. At this stage, they're not allowed to rent it out for public use. But we haven't felt to actively and urgently right now pursue another venue where we can start having these gatherings according to the regulations that have been issued. And we just haven't had a peace about it. And it's a bit like Paul, I think, felt. If we look in Romans in chapter 1, we see how he just desired to be with the church in Rome. He says in 1 verse 13, I don't want you to be unaware. I often planned to come to you, but it was prevented. And that preventing wasn't a practical obstacle, although it would have been a practical challenge to see them. It was the Lord preventing him. The Lord just hadn't released him to go and be with them. And we just haven't felt as elders a release for us to start meeting. And so some of you in that space may be feeling a bit frustrated, a bit a bit like you've been stuck, and you just want to start gathering again. You want to start meeting. We want to worship together. The Zoom thing is just not the way forward. And while we've seen a lot of fruit in it, and it really is a blessing to be able to connect in that way, it obviously isn't first prize, and it's not as wonderful as it is being able to meet in person. But we just, as I said, haven't felt that release to go forward with that. So you may be feeling frustrated, you may be feeling a bit irritable, you may be feeling quite lonely at this time. You may be just really missing your friendships, missing meeting with those people that you would normally meet with, and being able to fellowship in that way. So I want to say two things if you are in that space today. If you are just either feeling irritable, you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling just like you want to get going again, we want to start meeting, or if you are feeling just quite lonely, you're feeling down, you may be even just feeling the burden of not being able to connect with your normal church family and in the normal way. Firstly, I want to encourage us to take these feelings and these thoughts to God. Acts chapter 17 tells us a wonderful thing. It says that the God who made the world and everything in it, he is the Lord of heaven and earth. He doesn't live in shrines made by hands, neither is he served by human hands as though he needed anything, since he himself gives everyone life and breath and all things. From one man he has made every nationality to live over the whole earth. He has determined their appointed times and the boundaries of where they live. He did this so that they might seek God, and perhaps they might reach out and find him, although he is not far from each one of us. For in him we live and move and have our being. And so I want to say, this God This God who isn't confined to spaces, who isn't living in a temple here or a church building there, but that is everywhere. That he can't be contained in one space. Who is with you right now as you watch this. This God that has given everyone life and breath. He's given you the very breath that you're breathing in now, and everything that you have is from him. And he knows where you are. He has appointed the times and places where we will live. He knows where you are. He knows what you're feeling. This God, he is not far from you right now. It says that he is not far from us if we will just reach out, and we will find him if we reach out to him now. And so I want to encourage you to reach out to God where you are. Share these thoughts with him. He isn't intimidated or troubled or challenged by the thoughts and the feelings and the emotions that you have. He wants us to be real with him. He wants relationship with him. So I want to encourage you right now, wherever you are, if you are feeling frustrated or you're feeling lonely, to reach out to God and to connect with him and to connect with your God right where you are, and to share your feelings with him. And I want to say, as we do that, as we are real with him, there's already, just as we do that, there's a healing that starts happening, and there's a peace that starts coming, and we start remembering the joy that we have in him as we connect with him. And I want to encourage you to do a second thing, to reach out to someone else. You may be feeling like, oh no, I'm so disconnected. I'm stuck at home. I can't be with other people. I want to encourage you to reach out and connect to other people. If you're watching this, you have access to a form of communication that you can use to reach out to someone else. And as I would encourage you to be real and to be vulnerable with God, I want to encourage you to be real and vulnerable with someone else. There are people in our church community who love you and who would love to journey with you, to support you, to pray with you, and to be a friend when you need a friend. So if you are feeling anxious or lonely, reach out to someone, message them right now and say, hey, how are you doing? Listen, I'm feeling a bit lonely. Would you pray for me, please? Or, hey, how are you? I've been thinking about you. How are things going? Reach out and connect with somebody. I've had wonderful connections with people over this time, where we've been looking at each other through a screen, but there's been this wonderful heart connection where we've been able to talk and get to know each other a little bit better, even share our journeys with each other, and share our thoughts and feelings with each other. And it's been an incredible way. And I think this is an incredible time and actually an opportunity for us to connect with God in a different way, and for us to connect with each other in a different way. So while I hear and I understand your feelings, and I've felt some of those emotions myself in different ways, I want to just encourage you to press on with fellowship with God and with each other during this time. We'll stay in touch, and as we do move forward in time, and as the regulations become less and we are allowed to meet in different ways, we will continue to communicate with you and stay in touch with you. Other than that, I want to pray that you continue to see God's blessing and favor of your life, and that you stay safe. Take care.